Early winter storm blankets Chicago and northwest Indiana. Chicago experienced its first major winter storm in nearly 2 years, surprising residents with heavy snow that split dramatically across the city. Meteorologist Greg Dutra reported that while the north side of Chicago saw intense snowfall, the south side and parts of northwest Indiana were hit even harder. Residents in Old Town spent the early morning digging out, clearing driveways, and scraping ice-covered cars as they prepared for the workweek. Snowfall ranged from 3 to 6 inches around Chicago and Evanston, with deeper accumulations near Winthrop Harbor and Kenosha. In Crown Point, Indiana, snowfall totals reached nearly 2 feet, marking one of the most significant early-season lake-effect storms in recent memory. Experts noted that it's unusual for Cook County to see a winter storm warning this early in November, as Lake Michigan typically moderates temperatures this time of year. Federal judge reviews unlawful ICE arrests in Chicago. A federal judge in Chicago is considering the release of hundreds of immigrants who attorneys say were unlawfully detained by ICE and Border Patrol agents during Operation Midway Blitz. U.S. District Judge Jeffrey Cummings is weighing claims that thousands of arrests violated a 2022 federal consent decree known as the Castano Nava Agreement, which restricts immigration enforcement actions in certain areas. One recent case involved the arrest of a North Side daycare teacher, Diana Santillan Galiano, allegedly taken into custody without a warrant, sparking community outrage. Attorneys from the National Immigrant Justice Center argue that over 3,000 individuals may have been detained in violation of the decree, while the consent order allows courts to release unlawfully detained individuals under electronic monitoring. Legal experts note that federal law limits district courts' authority over immigration matters. The Department of Homeland Security's attorneys contend that Congress removed courts' power to grant parole to large groups of detainees. Judge Cummings is expected to announce potential relief measures at a hearing on Wednesday. Trump administration plans ICE leadership exit from Chicago. The Trump administration is reportedly preparing for the departure of top ICE official Robert Bovenno and several of his agents from the Chicago area, according to multiple Bowen's officials who spoke to TIZ News. The move, which could take place as early as this week, follows growing legal challenges against Operation Midway Blitz, a federal immigration enforcement campaign launched under White House orders. Bovenno, who has been the public face of the operation, has faced scrutiny over allegations of excessive force and lack of transparency. Despite his expected exit, sources say ICE will continue conducting arrests in Chicago and throughout the region. The Department of Homeland Security released a brief statement emphasizing that it continues to enforce ICE laws nationwide, including in Chicago. Clashes erupt in Chicago's Little Village over ICE operations. Tensions flared in Chicago's Little Village neighborhood on November 8 as residents confronted police during a protest against ongoing ICE operations. Shocking footage from the scene showed demonstrators and officers in a heated standoff, with some protesters chanting against immigration raids and demanding accountability from federal authorities. The Department of Homeland Security confirmed that at least 9 people were arrested during the confrontation. Community activists condemned the arrests, calling the enforcement actions an intimidation tactic amid growing backlash to recent immigration sweeps across the city.